What is your favorite part about coaching?
I'd have to say getting to know the kids on a different level, than just the classroom. Because I feel like kids in the classroom are a lot different than they are, when they get outside and you get a chance to see them, an athletic element. They seem to be a lot less stressed. They don't seem to, be in that element of trying to be studious and a serious student. And and so you get to know them on a more personal level, as they are, as a genuine, kid. And there's something to be said about that, and making, a good relationship coach athlete, versus just teacher student. And I think it makes it a stronger, more positive relationship. You're not just supporting them in the classroom, you're supporting them in their goals as an athlete. And I think that's a very meaningful thing for athletes. The people that really kind of help them through, especially something that they love to do, that sticks with them.
Do you think COVID-19 will have a serious effect on the season?
Oh, we'll see. It's already kind of had an effect on some teams, obviously not ours yet. Just kind of have to go with the flow, unfortunately, and some aspects that's, a little scary, because nobody likes to not know what's going to happen from one week to the next. But so far, we've been lucky to have, kids on our team that are smart and, are following some directions and guidelines as far as mask wearing. And so we'll just kind of see. Every school kind of has their different regulations that we're going to have to follow. And so, we'll kind of see what they ask us to do once we get to a meet. But, so far, we've been able to start the season. That's more than I thought was going to be able to happen, when July hit. And so I'm just grateful that we're getting a chance and opportunity to begin. Now we'll just get to see if we get to end it. So,
I think Malcolm cross country is held to a certain standard.
I'm sure there are people out there that do. Obviously, as a coach, the standard that I hold my athletes to is just doing your best. I think any coach knows that as far as like a standard on, winning and losing, that's going to change, from year to year. I've been, when I came here, we were in a year where we were at a three-peat. The boys had won 2 state championships, and they won their third my first year here. But then, for a while, then we didn't win anything. It wasn't until then, so that was 2006 when they had their three-peat. Well, then we didn't start doing anything again until like 2015. But that doesn't mean that there weren't standards that the athletes, stood by, or the coaches stood by. They worked just as hard. They had goals that they accomplished, and, there are kids that I was super proud of. And to say, that, there were standards or not standards, I think the beautiful thing about cross country is that no matter what, because you've got kids accomplishing goals, as long as you have that, you've got some pretty high standards that are always being accomplished, and that's important.
Do you think any records will be broken with the team?
There's always records being broken, I think. Whether you look at a school record, sometimes that happens. That's, a great thing. But, what we really look for are the personal records. And every year, there are so many personal records being broken. And, because that's what we shoot for. Again, that's where the standard comes in. We're preaching to our kids, to make yourself better, to compete against yourself. That's why we're out here. the winning, that's, a feel-good thing too. But the main thing is that you are pushing yourself to beat yourself. And if you can PR, if you can have that personal record, that's, really something to celebrate. That's the main thing that we're looking to do.